Do you ever wake up and you feel like, man, it is coming at you from all angles? Life is just coming at you so hard. You know, right now with this whole global pandemic and the uncertainty associated with it, and just lots of stuff going on in our world. There's political turmoil. There's just stuff. You add on to that just personal things in our church with the news from the Flemings about Pastor Jim, things like that. Other people have health things. Like I think it's easy and maybe even somewhat reasonable to wake up some days and just like throw your hands at heaven and think, God, what is going on around here? Why are you allowing this to happen? Are you around? Are you aware of the situation that our world's in, that I'm in? And it's interesting because that is a form of prayer. That's a form of prayer that we see throughout the Bible, actually. This God, do you see what I'm going through? Do you see what's going on in our world? And are you going to do something about it? It's called a lament. A lament is, it's a particular form of poetry in the Old Testament, but it is expressing those deep hurts, fears, pains to God, not in a rosy colored way, but in a raw kind of way. And that's exactly what we meet in the entire book of Lamentations. If you've read it, I just encourage you, if you got time today, 5 little chapters, just read through there, and you'll be depressed by the end. There's not a lot that's happy in there, but it's so interesting to me that in the smack dab middle of that book, this book that is just crying to God about the situation that the author finds himself in, smack dab in the middle, in chapter 3, the center chapter, almost in the center of that chapter, we find some of the most well-known verses that people cling to for comfort and hope when they're going through rough times. And you probably know them. Maybe you don't know the whole context, that it's in this mess of this guy he's going through. But the words are, the steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. This declaration about the faithfulness of God and who He is, this beautiful, wonderful thing that we cling onto, is the one ray of hope in this whole cloudy darkness that is Lamentations, of this guy just pouring out his hurt and his frustration and his anger, directing it at heaven. And yet somehow in the middle of that, he finds that even when he's going through that, God is faithful, God is good, God is trustworthy. And no matter what we're going through today, I mean, that's something true. That's something for us to hold on to. And no matter how bad it looks, our God is faithful and trustworthy and true, and His mercies are new every morning.